Torgvinsson. Valbert skorar! Valbert Gunnarsson hefur skorað. Ragnar Bergesen og skoðamark. Glæsilega. Óskar Rafn á móti Bjarna. Og Bjarni með góða sendingu fyrir og það aftur Ingolfsson.
Hello and welcome back to the best
ever.
That was new. Dumpty Dumpty Diddly Dum indeed. Welcome back to the best pod ever. I am Ragnar as normal, and I am joined as normal by
Tryggvi
and
Jamie.
Very good. And we are here to speak the footballs. We were not here last week. I don't remember why, but we're here today, god damn it. And we're going to bring you two rounds 15 and 16. A little bit of 15, a little bit of 16. And what that means, of course, is that we have to go through 2 rounds of predictions. Don't we, Jamie?
We do indeed. I've had to dig back through the archives as we've been away for so long.
And who, pray tell, predoked round 15?
Round 15 was Tryggvi.
Let's go through it, shall we? First of all, we had Thor Vikingur.
That was predicted as a 3-0 victory for Vikingur.
Wow, what a ridiculous guess. Because of course Thor won that game 2-1. We can discuss why they won that game a little bit later, little intricacies, but they did win 2-1. Valur Fram, what did he say?
2-1 Fram.
3-2 Fram, but brave, not so brave guess. We've been through this. IBVF Kawa.
2-1 to IBVF.
I should have gone 2-2, because that's what it was. Kawa Stjarnan.
Not brave enough here, 3-2 to Kawa.
He's getting... It's happened twice now. So Thor Vikingur, he said 3-0, but he just sort of distributed those 3 goals wrong. Here again, he distributed those 5 goals wrong, where all of them went to Coward. Keflavík.
Predicted as a 1-1 draw.
Keflavík 5, IA 2. This sort of reverse curse of mine has been transferred to Keflavík, I guess, right? It
seems that way.
So I'm going to start speaking well about that place. And finally, FH Breiðablik.
Close on this one. 1-1 draw.
Okay, 0-0 draw it was. So how many points is that?
That was 6 points.
6 points for, 3 correct results? What is it? Very good.
Wait, what is it? It's 3? But that's pretty respectable compared to what's coming up.
Hey. You said no spoilers, so don't spoil. What is it? 2 points for correct result, and remind me?
2 points. 5 if you get result and scoreline. Bang on. 2 for just result.
Fair. I feel like we could have simplified it and had it just be sort of 1 point per correct result, rather than a random 2, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Round 16. Probably the most difficult round to guess to date, so we should sort of set our judgments accordingly.
Look, it's not been the worst score of the season.
Exactly. And let he who is without sin, cast the first stone.
The question is,
that's another bit of Bible fact for you.
Do you remember what you predicted, or am I going to refresh your memory now?
So Vikingur Keflavík, I would have given that to Vikingur surely, but not necessarily 5-1.
No, you put 3-2.
Okay. IA Stjarnan, did I put that as a draw?
No, you gave it to Stjarnan and you gave it 2-1 to Stjarnan.
No.
Mm-hmm.
5-1 Ia. After Ia lost 5-2 to Keflavik, this is nonsensical, is what this is. The transitive property just does not apply in this league. Fram FO, I gave it to Fram, surely. Of course I did.
2-0.
Yeah, and they decided a 0-0 draw would be good, which it wasn't, by the way. Breiðablik, IBVF, I gave this to Breiðablik. I must have. I'm not that bad.
Yeah, you did 3-1 to Breiðablik.
Okay, but that's fine. Kawa Thod, was I ballsy and gave it a draw?
No, you were ballsier and gave it to 4.
Yeah, of course. They can. Yeah, they can beat Vikingur, but not Kawa. I feel like this isn't my fault here.
I don't think anyone could have predicted El Crapico.
I mean, come on, man. I did my best here. I did as well as anyone could have done with these games. And Fram drawing FH, Thod not being able to take Kawa, like E at 5, still don't want to. Honestly, whatever. 4 points, right?
4 points there, yeah. But like I say, not the worst score of the season, although you did have that in your last round of predictions.
I had the worst score of the season in my last round?
Yeah, you got 2 points the last time you predicted. But you've also had the best score of the season in round 1, so... Or your first round.
This is rigged. You guys, you're offended at how well I was doing in the beginning, and you rigged the whole system.
Well, we've clearly not rigged it very well, because I have the standings. We've now predicted 5 rounds each, sorry. So what would that be? A total of... Oh, I'm not going to do that, because we've had some rounds that have only had 5 games. So, top of the leaderboard is still Ragnar.
Yeah.
33 points.
You can't hold down greatness. You can try all you want to rig it, but you can't.
Your first 2 weeks of predictions are doing some heavy lifting for you there, though.
Yeah, the only fair ones.
And then in second place is Trygvi with 29 points.
Oh.
Creeping up. Consistency being key here. His last 4 weeks of predictions have been 7, 6, 6, 6. Was that right? Yeah.
Okay.
And then bringing up at the back is me with 26 points. So pretty close.
Okay. Are we going to do a split?
Yeah, I'll go in a league on my own.
Just certain relegation. I feel like we could do the split. It would be more exciting if we did the split with one guy in sort of top half and then 2 in the bottom, duking it out for relegation.
We can do that. Yeah. Or whoever finishes second has to play in both halves.
Oh shit! Okay, very good. Anyway, that's enough of that. Should we just get the European stuff out of the way, or do we want it at the bottom of the episode as per?
Let's get it out of the way.
So, Valur. So the one round is completed in these with a second to go. And Valur are currently in the lead against Zrinjski Mostar. That's how you say it. That's exactly how you pronounce it. Winning 1-0 at home. Not bad. Stjarnan also won 1-0 at home because apparently they can win, going 1-0 against Ilves. Vikingur beat Hapoel 2-1 at home. And the only Icelandic loss to speak of is, of course, Vestri 1, RFS 4.
Hey, first European goal in history, though, so come on.
That's something.
In all of history, the first ever European goal.
No one else has scored before.
No. And this ties into, if we want to just real quick, listener question, are we getting a European group stage team? A whopping 92% of our listeners said, yes, we are. And then when prompted, and if so, who? Vikingur being the obvious choice for people, apparently 80% of people picking Vikingur, 7% picking Valur, and 13% picking not Stjarnan, but Vestri. I have a feeling this is you and your horde of bot accounts.
Or that.
Jamie Fletcher, Jamie Fletch. Jamie F.
I am only one of those votes. Thank you very much.
We'll see. I mean, 4-1 is the most dangerous lead.
Absolutely. I, for one, would not want to go into that second leg leading.
I 4-1.
Yeah, leading 4-1 and having to play at home, that's a horrible set of circumstances. Imagine that.
Oh no, it's the RFS were at home first, so they've only got a comfortable lead because they were at home. Now they've got to come to the
Oh,
that is
I just have it set up here wrong. Okay.
The Coliseum that is throated.
Yeah.
But who cares about Europe? We're not here to talk about Europe. That's not the best league. The best league is the best league. So let's talk about it. We can begin with round 15, I guess, if there's anything interesting there to speak of. So, Thor Vikingur, Thor 2, Vikingur 1, displaying the just unstoppable force that is Aron Einar, who played his one and only game with Thor.
The Messiah.
And, yeah, exactly. And I wonder, is there another player who has 100% win rate in a stint in the Besta deild?
Oh, there's got to be shortly.
Probably, but yeah, maybe not as impressive as this.
You think someone else has 100% win rate?
If they
and I'm
do,
talking,
though.
they not just like 100% win rate for games, like they can't have been on the bench and lost a game. You know what I mean? They can't have been in the matchday squad and lost a game, because he was only registered for one game, and goddamn it, he won that game.
I mean, he was on the coaching bench or whatever the game before, so technically, so
shit.
it's not a fully 100% in that sense.
But even so, I mean, coming in, playing your one game, dealing the first loss of the season to the top of the league, and then disappearing again. Incredible stuff.
Yeah, what a hero. I was talking to a guy at work about the Atlantic League, and showing him, and I was like, oh yeah, look, we can go here. First place, destroying it. They've only lost one game that they just lost, and look who it's against. Scroll all the way down to Thor. Like, what?
This is why we're the best league.
That's true.
I mean, it was always going to be something like that. They were never going to lose, to put it out league or something. It was always going to be against some weird team. But yeah, no, I don't know what to say. I think this was just, they're in between a lot of European games. This is Vikingur in European mode.
Yeah, but they have 2 full squads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree, though. I think Europe definitely played its part there. Not to take anything away from 4 other than Aron Einar, but yeah, it's got to have played its part.
I don't know. I feel like big question marks have to be put on the management there. If you can't do an unbeaten season, do you deserve to be managing a behemoth like this?
Sack the lot, sack the board, sack everyone.
I mean, I feel like they should just give it to whoever's in second place, whoever that is.
Yeah, whatever team that may or may not be. Yeah, I agree. Because this, honestly,
please let it still be Fram.
It puts a bad taste in the mouth. It's just it sullies the whole thing if this is how you're going to win the league with a loss in there.
Yeah, talk about limping over the line.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no. Go big or go home,
Yeah, it's a little undignified. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
To be honest, they should probably give up their European place to whoever's second as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think they should. So not much to say about there. We blame it on... It's kind of mean to blame it just on Vikingur being in European mode and just... I mean, I feel like Thor would feel a little bit offended by this, maybe.
Yeah, no, I mean, Thor are definitely picking up, and they're bringing in some experience now. Aron Einar notwithstanding. So, like, they're starting to build something potentially at the right time. So they're not completely down and out. So yeah, I don't know. Winning as Vikingur maybe is a bit maybe not something you would expect, but they seem to be building something and growing into this league a little bit. So and they have a Coward Loney who was man of the match, I think. Give it up. So it's kind of all thanks to Coward if you think about it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they should get some of those 3 points probably allotted to them. But you're speaking of Thor strengthening. They're also apparently buying, if we just want to skip to that, a certain Kevin Vasquez, who played for Celta Vigo, if I'm not mistaken. Not most recently, but he is only 33 years old and has almost 70 games in La Liga. And I'm currently looking at a picture of him manhandling Vinicius. How does Thode get a player like this? And Aron Einar's going back to Qatar.
Something's not adding up here. Or is it adding up very well?
I mean, they were also the team that published their annual report, and they have like 170% of their revenue is, or their debt is like 170% of their revenue or something. So they're over leveraged to a high hell. So I don't know. I think they're maybe just trying to bet it all on black and trying to stay in the league. Because if they go down, I think they're like gonna have to sell basically everybody.
And everything.
Yeah. But they might have to just become Kawa.
I mean, they could just sell their changing rooms sort of one by one.
Every seat in the stand individually.
Yeah, every seat in the stand, and also the stand, and then the shingles on the roof and stuff. Sell it all to Hafnarfjörður. It'll be fine. Maybe they just heard the famous saying that you gotta spend money to make money. Or they're doing that Uber thing where they just sort of try to destroy the competition with the low prices, and then they'll jack them up later, whatever that means in the context of football.
Yeah, but he was the captain of Gijon in the first division after leaving Celta a few years ago. So it's a pretty good signing. And then they've signed Victor Bertomeu as well, who's a sort of a globetrotter. So they're bringing in some experience. Give it up, Kevin Vasquez, Victor.
I was just curious about what is drawing these men there. Is it Akureyri specifically? Is it the béarnaise on their pizza and sandwiches?
The incredible whale watching.
Yeah, like what could possibly be drawing this man from sunny Spain to Iceland at the tail end of summer?
Yeah, it's a little hard. Like unless he has usually you would think it's a partner or something, would be an Icelandic partner or something, but nobody said anything about that. And then it's money, but like how are Thode offering? And then you have at Kawa, you have Kawa bringing in Andre Remmer as a brother of Marcel Remmer, who had a pretty good game for them against Thode. A 3-time Danish champion. And he said there were other teams interested, but Kawa wanted him more. And so I assume he wants to play, of course, but I assume there's some money in there. So Kawa, I think a little bit of the same. Like I don't really I would love to. Maybe we should try to get some of these Akureyri adventurers and understand, see if they'll tell us why they chose Akureyri.
They never will. They'll just be like, I believe in the project. Something.
Ever since I was a little boy.
Yeah.
I always dreamed of 4.
Yeah.
I mean, he
There's
might
no
have
bigger club in the world.
Maybe he's a big Marvel fan or something.
Yeah, maybe it is just that. He's like, wouldn't it be dope if I played for... Anyway, I guess we'll see. Maybe they'll just stay for one game and leave.
That's what all the best players do, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just dip in. Just kill it, dip out. No problem. Anyway, we've spoken too long about these Akureyrian teams. Valur continuing their mediocrity. They're only represented once in these 2 rounds that we're talking about, losing to Fram, which I guess isn't the world's worst thing. Fram have been pretty decent all season, except for in fucking round 16 when I trusted them.
Yeah. I mean, they got a good result in against the Bosnian team, Zrinski Mostar. But it was very... I mean, they were under a lot of pressure, and I think it'll be very interesting to see how they do tomorrow, at the time of recording, away in Bosnia. Not super optimistic that they'll make it through that, but it was a very good result. So, and they had a bit of time to rest, and I guess with the Fram game, you would be focusing on that quite a lot. Like that's the one thing you have left in the season, to try to do something in Europe.
True, yeah. If I just look at the table, what are they looking like? They're on 19 points. They're 10 points behind Breiðablik, sitting in 5th place. They're 1 point off the bottom half. Jamie, your zone.
Yeah, why my zone?
Because you're in the bottom half in our table.
Okay. I thought you were making reference to last season. I was hurt for a second.
That could be all of us then in that case.
Yeah, true. They're floundering a little bit. I mean, winless, not just winless, but lost all of their last 3 league games now. And I don't want to say plummeting because they're still sitting in 5th, but that gap to the bottom 2 is shrinking.
They are 6 points off relegation.
I think it's insane that they're 5th. Like, I know they haven't been the worst team in the world, and but how in the hell are they 5th? Like if I'm and Stjarnan and even like Kawa and all these teams, even Ibivaf, like you would like.
I'm liking
even
the
on points with Keflavik, and Keflavik are going down, if you recall.
I'm really liking the fact that like one win for the bottom 2 clubs, FO and 4 now, will really spice up this relegation battle and bring in everyone in play from downwards.
So I tried to. I asked 2 AI agents, Claude and Gemini, who would go down. Asked them to analyze a little bit, sort of the teams. What they came up with was okay, nothing, pretty basic. But then I asked them, okay, who do you think is going down? Claude said FO and Kawa. FO because they're not winning, which is pretty fair, but they are drawing.
That's analysis right there.
And Kawa just because they're sandwiched between FO and Ibivaf without a standout storyline pulling them clear in either direction. So basically,
a standout storyline.
Yeah.
The writers really aren't giving them anything this season.
Yeah, but then you would assume they would, like, if they don't have a good storyline, then you would keep them in like 10th or something to, like, just think people would just forget about them. But yeah, I think relegation is harsh if nobody cares.
Yeah.
But then Gemini said Thode and FO. So, but two AI overlords are saying FO, dragging FO into this.
Okay.
Yeah, but
what
that
does
last
Grok say? Grok was just racist for some reason. FO are they're sitting on 13. They do have 4 draws and a win in their last 5. They're looking not super relegation-y compared to maybe some of the other teams down there if you're looking just at recent form. If IA hadn't won their last game there, they would be sitting on 15 points not having won in 5 because they lost the 4 games before that, and they would be sitting on 15 points alongside Kawa and Stjarnan.
I also think, they've strengthened quite a bit, and then in this summer window. And I looked at the starting lineup against Fram. Like, if this team goes down with it, like, I'm not going to read the whole starting lineup. People can look it up, but like, it's not a bad starting lineup. And then the bench they have some people on the bench as well. Like, this is not a team that they can claim like, oh, we're going through a. I don't think you can, if they actually get into serious relegation trouble, sort of later on after the split and everything, I don't think you can really blame this on like transition season, like looking at this team.
The one thing that I think FH have got going for them at the moment is they seem to have, we talked at the start of the season about the maybe naivety or struggles defensively, whether they looked a bit lost. Like the will was there, but they didn't look like they knew what they were doing exactly. And that seems to have sorted itself out or been sorted out over the course of the season to the point where now, that's 2 clean sheets in a row at least. And maybe they've solidified a bit at the back and you can build on that then. Yeah,
they looked against Fram. They looked like a swarm of bees. Like it looked like they had 20 people on the bench, on the pitch. Like there were just so many of them chasing. While in the beginning of the season, there was always huge gaps and nobody knew what they're doing. So I don't know if that means they're good, but it's just they're just sitting back and they managed to fix pressing a little bit. But yeah, they seem a little better. You're right. And
actually, I think that's 3 clean sheets in a row. Sorry.
Yeah, and I think they brought in people like Oliver Stefansson as well, like who's a experienced Delta defender who should help with that. So I think they should be okay, but they need to get a win or 2 on the board.
What about Stjarnan? Neither one of these AI overlords brought them into this, right? Am I correct? I am correct. They're only 2 points ahead of FH. And in the last couple of games, certainly not looking good.
No, I am concerned for Stjarnan right now. Struggle to say fortunate enough to go to both their game against KR and the European tie. I was there. It was a thing that happened. They didn't look great in either game. I mean, they looked especially not great against KR, as the scoreline tells its own story. But even in the 1-0 win against Ilves, or however you pronounce the Finnish team that they beat, they weren't convincing. I think that I can't see them getting through this round of Europe, going away now. I'd be surprised. But if they do, with their focus being on Europe, I'd really be looking over my shoulder if I was a Stjarnan fan in the league.
Yeah, I mean, they did not look good against. I mean, EA, like we said, have struggled. And to your prediction as well, I don't think anyone predicted 5-1. Like, you could maybe predict like a draw or maybe EA snatching it, but 5-1. And the goals were just a lot of people blaming the goalkeeper, the goalkeeper, and like he had one pass which was absolutely dreadful, and he knows it. Basically, passed it straight to Markupot, a clearance but like that was just one mistake. Like everything around that performance was just absolutely awful. Like and I think it is telling a little bit that they've. Árni Williamson, the new signing that they've brought in, like he looked way off the pace. I assume that he would have looked that off the pace in training, or I don't know. Like he's an experienced enough player that I don't think he would be. He's nervous about playing against EA. So like you would hope that they would have caught something like that in training. That he looks a little bit like this was just like basic stuff that he was messing up. And the fact that they're putting him straight in and playing him that much, I don't know, maybe he just had a bad game, but this was such basic stuff that he was messing up that it really looked like he was just not fit.
I'm glad you've mentioned that because I wasn't going to do it myself, but now you've brought it up, he looked a bit like that I thought against KR as well. I remember thinking that I was shocked he stayed on as long as he did. Like he did not look up to speed. And I think, if memory serves, he didn't start the European game. But yeah, looked well off the pace in the KR game at least.
And I mean, if there's one thing Stjarnan aren't missing is strikers. So like, it's not like they need to rush him in. I mean, I know they need to do better, but it's not like they need, they don't have other players to start. It's I don't know. I mean, maybe we're being too harsh. And I mean, he's a very good player. He'll come good. It's more just, it seems very... Yeah, I don't know. They don't look good right now. And then...
it takes time to adjust to new system and new teammates and things. But so whether they were just throwing him in to try and give players a rest given the European commitments. But yeah, it doesn't look like he's fully adapted yet.
No. But we'll see. Yeah, they really... I agree. I think I'm very worried about them. And I mean, they're sitting in 10th place. They're playing Valor now after Europe, so we'll see. I think even Valor is going to beat this team.
Maybe. Yeah, they play on Tuesday. Remind me what our relegation predictions were. We keep doing it, right? What's our most up to date? Do you have that? Does anyone have that? No.
If memory serves for my own, I think I put the 2 Akureyri teams in there last time.
Still possible. I'm holding out hope for Keflavik.
I mean, they just had like a punch up in training where someone broke his nose. So there's some
nose broken.
It might be a sign of champions, really high standards and all that, or something's wrong. So maybe
time will tell, I guess. I feel like we never talk about Breiðablik at all. They're kind of flying under the radar. I feel like the writers are also not really giving them much screen time this season. But I mean, for a team that I think at the start of the season we spoke relatively highly of them. But if we look at their last few games, I mean, it's 2-1 against IA, 2-1 against Keflavik, 0-0 against FH, 1-0 against IBVF. They're just barely grinding out wins against these sort of relegation candidates left and right. although they do find themselves still in 4th place, and they're 10 points ahead of Vadler. So what does one say about such a team?
It's not pretty, but I suppose despite only grinding them out, they're getting the job done they need to do. I mean, barring some kind of slip-up from Kauer or Fram, and it would have to be a monumental slip-up from Vikinga. I can't see them getting into the European places through the league, so maybe the focus is just shifting purely onto the cup final and banking on getting into Europe that way.
I guess so.
Yes, it's been very, like you said, they're just this kind of there, but they're doing what they need to, I guess. They're sort of staying within punching distance. They brought in Leno Freyr on loan from Sweden, who played well against IBVF, so it gives them a bit more sort of solidity. But they're doing quite well at home. There's like a statistics that they scored for the 35th league game at home against IBVF. So the last time they failed to score at home was the final game of the season of the 2023 season, and they've won 6 of their 8 home games this season, but only 2 of their 8 away games. So yeah, there's clearly a bit of a difference. They don't like FO's grass, maybe. But yeah, I don't know what to say about them. I think it'll be interesting to see what sort of noise, because there was a lot of noise about them last season. They made a change, did pretty well in Europe. I mean, God forbid if they lose that cup final against Afturelting. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to say about them. They're a very good team with like a very, it's a bit like we've been saying all season. They have real quality, probably enough to keep them around the top 3, but nowhere near strong enough to challenge Vikingur.
They're playing Afturelting. Remind me, my little goldfish memory. Afturelting, they were they exclusively won their home games, right, when they were in Besta deildin, and they were trash away. Pretty much, yeah. And Breiðablik seemed to have looked at that and been like, hey, that sounds good.
It's a strategy, I guess. You can win. Should probably win both, but if you want to win one, I guess it's better to win at home.
It's more fun. It's more fun to win away, maybe. I don't know.
I wonder how they'll find a neutral ground.
They should play it
all draws.
Well.
All draws, all the time. It's hard to talk about 2 rounds at the same time. I feel like it's hard to find a focus here. But I feel like there's sort of a lot of teams we're ignoring. IPVAF, we didn't really discuss them when we were talking about the sort of relegation possibility. They're on 16 points. Just because they're in 8th place, they kind of look far away from it all, but they're only 1 game, away from. They're only 3 points off relegation. Their form isn't great. 2 draws, 2 losses, and a win in the last 5.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fewer goals conceded than sort of a bunch of the lower teams, but meh.
Yeah, like for me, I know you hate them, but Keflavik and IBVF aren't really relegation fodder for me at this point. I don't know. I think they're doing just about enough. They're winning. They're doing just about enough to just keep them at arm's length. But I mean, it's like you said, it's very tight, and a few losses in a row, and you never know. But yeah, I don't know. Those teams are just, for me, I don't really see them being pulled into it at this point.
It feels like a strange season down the middle to bottom half. Like, we seem to have these teams that go on little runs, like IBVF did a few weeks ago, where they win 3 in a row and score a load of goals, and then we forget about them for relegation for a couple of weeks, and then they go on a run in the opposite direction. It's like, oh, they exist still.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird season. I think we'll know a bit more when Europe is settled this week, and then transfer window closes and stuff. So I think we can give more analysis maybe after that. And we are statistically we are very average at predictions, because if we've completely forgot about this, but there is a fantasy league that we promoted at the start of this season, and me and Jamie are smack bang in the middle of the table. Old host Joe is in relegation, or sort of nearing relegation. He is the Stjarnan of the season. Ragnar, you didn't make a team, so you're safe, I guess, from slander.
It would have been unfair. It just would have been unfair,
I'll be honest, I have forgotten to make any transfers or even look at that team since about week 5. So
that happens to me every single time, and that's exactly what's happened to me now. So I'm surprised I'm at mid-table, but I think I just wanted to shout out maybe the 2 top ones, Pascalis Lambridis and Mateusz Sivko, 1 and 2 respectively. And I'm choosing that because Pascalis' his team name is In Hilmar Árni We Trust, and I'm choosing to take that as his Kauer assistant manager career days. I'm choosing that's what he means.
Of course. What else could it possibly mean?
Yeah. So clearly a Kauer fan at the top of the league. So that says all that needs to be said.
I mean, I just figured I would let him do the work for me. That's why I didn't sign up. I knew it would be in safe hands with Pascalis, so shout out. Any other major sort of events you guys want to discuss? Or do we just move on to the players of the round, the 3 stars? Famously, we gave 4 stars, Jamie and I, because, we were just left alone. Yeah, exactly. We serve no master. Mm-hmm. And Tryggvi in the chat said that the week after we would only be allowed to give 2 stars. So let's say that's why we just went on strike. We can retcon this. We went on
refused.
Strike, damn it. Yeah, it's we will not be blackmailed like that, quite frankly.
Only 2 stars? How about no stars?
How about no show? But we're back now, and Tryggvi's here, and I guess we'll just give 3 stars to keep everyone happy. How about that?
Boo.
Yeah, boo indeed. Boo, boo.
2 rounds means 6 stars.
Or 8. And 8 rounds up to 10. How about we Oprah this? You get a star. You get a star. You all get a star.
How about we pick 3 players in the league to not get a star and just leave it at that?
Yeah. I actually, I'm going to sit on this one for a while. Just you wait. I have a curveball.
Well, like the football tip on the net had they do like a team of the round, and they give like best player in the round, and their best player of the round was Arnór Ingvi from Kauer, because of his performance against Valur back in May, because that was round 16 technically.
Oh, perfect. That's what we like.
So we should really give an honorary star to Arnór Ingvi as well.
I veto that.
Okay. Wow. So now you're against giving extra stars. It's literally within the rules. It's round 16.
I feel like we covered that game already.
Fine. Markus Paul, gets a star for his performance there against Stjarnan. 2 goals to finally get them, 2 out of 5, but still to finally get them a win, a much needed win, to pull them certainly out of relegation for the season. We have decided single-handedly saving their season, single-handedly 2 of 5.
I guess I'll jump in then and give the 2nd star. Which is going to go to Oscar Borgforsen at Vikinga. It feels like, the 4th or 5th time we've given him a star at this point. But a goal and assist and a great performance in Europe as well. And he continues to impress this season, so earns himself yet another star.
And then the 3rd star is isn't like a league star, so I did get my way in the end.
Wow. Yeah, come on.
Fredrik Skram, I think he deserves a star for his performance against Swinsky Mostar in Europe, because the amount of chances and shots they were getting off, and he needs another performance like that to keep Valur with any chance of progressing. And I also thought, like you said, Moskar and Markus have both gotten countless stars, and Fredrik and Valur don't get a lot of stars in the show for some reason.
Okay, so I guess this is the European qualifiers pod ever.
That's the
and the 4th star goes to Aron Einar, boom, 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 for his amazing once-in-a-lifetime performance.
He came, he saw, he conquered.
Exactly. It's been said, it's been handed out. He's already received it. the people have heard his victory speech, etc. It's been handed out. 4 stars. I'm sorry.
I can get behind
And I've been fired. If we look ahead, whose turn is it to predict? Is it Jaime?
It is indeed.
Okay. Well, the games are starting on Saturday. We have one game on Saturday, and then the rest are Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday. So Saturday we have IPVAF Fram. What do you say?
Now, I want to preface all of these by saying that I scribbled them down about 5 minutes before we started recording with very little thought. So we'll see how it goes. I've overthought the rest of my predictions, so let's see how just random gibberish comes out. I went 2-1 to IPVAF.
Okay. I'll allow it. Then we have Thor Breiðablik. Let's see how brave you are.
2-0 Breiðablik.
Okay. Coward, but fine. Ia Víkingur.
I'm earning my bravery back here. I'm going 2-2.
Ooh. I like that. I respect that. Valur Stjarnan. Let's see how brave you are now.
I've had a lot of faith in Stjarnan over the past year and a half. I have lost that faith. I'm going 3-1 Valur.
Okay. Fine. Keflavik Kawa.
2-1 Keflavik.
Okay. FH Let's hear it.
I'm going to go FH 2, KR 4.
Fair. KR, are they still the most concediest team? No, not at all. Not at all. They are the most concediest goal north of 10th place, though.
Yes, Stjarnan have really come for that crown recently.
Yeah. Thor are actually the most concediest team at the moment, though. 42. And they are also the least scoriest team with 17. Bad combo.
Well, the game Coward's win against Stjarnan was their first clean sheet of the season. So it's all uphill from here.
Why even bother with clean sheets at this point? Like, come on. Just, if you're going to do it, commit to the bid. All right. Well, I guess that's all from us this week. Watch the European games. They are when at the time of recording? Tomorrow?
Víkingur is playing as we speak.
Oh yeah, currently, that's right.
They are currently 0-0.
Yeah, but Ibrahimovic went off injured, so that's
Oh.
And they also took off Oscar Borgforsen very early as well.
Yeah, he's also injured, so that's it's not looking super great. But yeah, we're rooting for them, and you'll most likely know the result when this comes out. And then the rest of the games tomorrow, yeah, where you see Vestrid's heroic comeback.
I'm predicting it now. Add it to my weekly predictions. 5-1 Vestry. Go through. There's the bravery.
There's the bravery. Amen. So prayers up, and we will see you next week.
Yeah.
Very good. Bye.